Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Comic Fire, and welcome to Take 2 of Episode 7 of Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. I say Take 2 because I got halfway through this hour-long recording session and realized that my mic was muted the entire time. Which is why I've been uploading more Nier as of late, because I certainly needed something to upload in the meantime. For those who watch Nier, it is almost complete. It will be totally complete in 2 weeks' time with the current upload schedule. So do you think, how do you think that works? He just sits there and eats rotten meat all day, staring at a staticky screen. Does he get paid for that? What do you think the hourly rate is for his job? And again, what do you think jailers make in general? Or like jail guards? And we get the trick ring. And I had to make a small cut here because I had to stop recording for a little minute. But the trick ring, what it does is, it gives you an auto Secunda, but it also gives you an auto Rakunda. Not a Secunda. Auto Sukukaja. So you've got a little evasion boost, but on the downside, you have a defense debuff. It's something. If you like playing risky, I guess, but I never found a use for it. I don't know if you can sell karma rings. I don't think you can. But if you could, I'd sell it. I know we said they really toned down Cielo's weakness to ailments in here, but boy, this did not show it off very well. Man, I love the music in this game. I have to say, Cielo, what the hell? I have to say, I'm liking this game a lot more than I was the first time I played it. And I do think it's because I'm recording it. When I record, I try to just do an hour of recording. I'll edit it down to whatever it ends up being. You know, with all the battles I have to cut out. But giving myself a time limit to play makes the annoyances I find in the dungeons less annoying. Because I'm not trying to get to the end, I'm just trying to do an hour of gameplay. There we get an Amaryllis. First things first, Amaryllis. Unfortunately, the place we have to go is right next to that other large karma terminal. Which I think is just dandy. That they're actually, you know, giving us a reason to teleport around. I feel like that would have been a lot better in the waterway, but you couldn't really fit a ton of gigantic karma terminals in the waterway. We should turn this on. I wonder if that's like rust or dried blood next to it. Sweet. In the control room. I wonder how much power it, like, just takes. That you'd have to, like, turn it off. To avoid accidents, maybe? Like saying, yeah, it's a prank, let's just shove our friend in the meat processing machine and eat him. I don't know, this place, like, seems like it needs to conserve all the power it can. Again, how are they even really getting power? Seems like the resources are really limited, with that whole blazing black sun preventing them from doing any, like, coal mining. You see, the shaking of that machine always seems weird to me. It doesn't really seem like it's shaking, it just seems like they're moving like the picture or the model of the thing up and down constantly. Which I guess is what shaking is, but for some reason it doesn't really look natural. I honestly thought my TV was just like had that screen shake thing going on. Which I think Final Fantasy XII had the option to actually turn off. I don't know why you'd want it on. Maybe it's some like anti-aliasing trick, I couldn't tell you. A weird gurgling noise. Gross. I once heard a similar noise on a video on YouTube. I don't remember what video it was, but someone infinitely more eloquent than I equated it to someone punching a t-shirt full of jello. You know, like what is the meat doing, like, through all those conveyors? Like, it was clearly in a can, like, through the first one. Was it just, like, being labeled more, or sealed the can more? Maybe if I just watched how it works, I would know how it works. I wonder if they had one for canned food. How it works. Canned food. Well, there are some videos of it, but I don't think it's from the How It Works series. And now we can teleport back down. See, I love it, because we don't have to deal with Kumbhanda and go through that jail segment again. Now, I don't know if you would, like, actually, like, walk through that the jail area again if Kumbhanda would chase you again, but at least you get to cut out a lot of walking, which I find is amazing. In one of those battles, Gale got muted. And I find having Gale unmuted in this fight is significantly better than having him muted. Well, the fight that's coming up. Because having Void Force is just a wonderful thing to have. And he got a level up, but nothing too major. Oh no, so we labeled the can of meat. What the hell was that conveyor doing? And if we can tell it's like full of rotting meat, like, even it said like, ew, the can's rotting, like, shouldn't he be able to tell? Like, is that his breathing? Like, who breathes like that? It's like not even inhaling. And you just ate it anyway. Gross. Wouldn't they get sick? Like, I don't know, even if he's on the verge of probably dying to death of a stomach disorder, he's still gigantic, and we were tiny little humans. Anyway, this is Yaksa Kumbhanda. For some reason I had it in my mind he was weak to Earth, which is why I gave Surf the Terra skill. But that'll serve us well in the future anyway. He's weak to electricity. And he has Mizanma, which is a multi-hitting level 2 force spell, so it's always good to have Void Force up. Especially if you have Argilla here. And now he has the Blackbind skill, but it's nowhere near as effective. Sometimes it can... well, it can get none, 1, 2, or all 3 of your party members. But if he hits you with it, it's not an instant game over, you go to jail situation like it was before. See? Nothing. but now all three. But you're healed a bit by the end of the turn. Lucky shot. And there's Nazama. If I had Argilla, I'd be in a world of shit. That's part of the reason why I dropped Argilla, because CLO is just better equipped to the situations here. I didn't know phone numbers could have that many numbers. Like, that's like 14 digits. I love when the caller ID just says something like anonymous private number. Like, why would I ever pick that up? But anyway, I don't want to say he's like really easy because I know what to do, so I make it look easy, but... That kind of looks like a penis. But anyway, it's best to just have Void Force, because Repel Force, he nulls it, and he doesn't have enough icons so that completely draining them with Repel would be entirely necessary. If you had Drain by this point, you could, but if you have Drain, you probably have enough skills to probably just one-shot him with, like, auto skills. Yeah, they really seem to tone down Cielo's weakness to ailments here, which I feel like was most obvious there. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't just shit yourself in this situation. You're going to die if you keep up this pride. There you go. At least you did it in a cool way. You tipped that fedora. Anyway, I'm getting close to the amount of magic I want for Surf. For reasons I will not explain yet, I only really want to get it to 50. I'm gonna be a little quiet for this next scene.
Okay. Adil's gonna raise some hell in the city. Then we can grab the cyber... We can save Sarah. She's being held in a medical room inside the main tower.
I'm not a kid. I can figure out what happened. Why do I still have this stupid thing?
What shall I tell your child?
Tell him to become a man of honor. Young, big, carrying an olive leaf.
Fred, where did you get that?
My dad gave it to me. Olive leaves are symbols of peace. But I'm too old for that now. I gotta grow up so I can be strong.
Fred, I have a message from Lupa, your father. He told me that He wants you to grow up as an honest child.
You knew my dad?
Be proud of your feelings, Fred. It's okay to be a kid.
That scene honestly does get me a little choked up. And like, I think the hat was from that kid from the beginning of the game, but they never named him at the beginning, so I don't know if Timmy is that kid. And if so, when did they grab him? I don't know whether you should take that as a compliment or an insult. Well, I hope so. The sound in the background kind of reminds me of the Al Bhed colony, or the home from Final Fantasy X, where that one guy was just shouting in the background over and over again, something I didn't quite understand. Okay, the video froze a little. I hope that doesn't really screw up the syncing process. Anyway, now the world map is available. And first we're going to head on over to Sala Park. And it's just a nice little area. Like, can't you convert like another area to another Sala Park-like area? There can't be that many humans left. And if the plants are dying all over the world, I'm assuming the animals are too, so carbon dioxide shouldn't be that bad. Then again, I am not a scientist. I do not pretend to be one. And again, like, these are like the only plants in the whole world, basically. Like, everyone could crowd here, but only like the really rich people can do it, apparently. And again, like, what makes you rich here? Is it, like, just being a scientist? Anyway. You have to be wearing white clothing. I'm glad this rejuvenating light is here. Free healing is just the bee's knees. Messed that one up. If you say he was killed before being eaten, I guess she finds that more comforting and more truthful, clearly. And you get a medical gear, which restores 300 HP to your entire party. Which I can dig. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. I really need to actually check to see what some of the gems do. Like, that blood ruby is worth twice as much as all the other gems, so it's gotta be good. I don't know, I don't really find money to be really... Like, I don't want to ever spend things here. Because I want to save all my money for mantras and shit. And, like, healing if I really need to in the midst of a dungeon. But I feel like I can't ever do that because... Like, I don't want to, like, spend all my money on useless crap. Towards the end of the game, I feel like I do more, mostly to just get to the final ranks, but... Even then, it was only for the ability to say that I had the final rank. You're staring at a wall. What are you talking about? Trust me, I think they're going to be more concerned with going back to their families, not messing with you. Well, hey, little buddy. It's good to see that you survived. I don't remember you being at the top of the Karma Tower, though. Paid for it, I guess. Like, I don't know, I feel like there was a better way to say that the elites here were kind of elitists. Like, these are just like, haha, I'm rich, I'm gonna be a dick now. It's not really amazing writing. I feel like this could have been done better. I mean, it's accurate, yes, but I certainly feel like a little more mystery could have been put into it. It kind of reminds me of the Shinra building from Final Fantasy VII, like where you enter it for the first time. And there's, like, no security, and then when you get to the upper floors, you start getting into fights. We really haven't seen Heat. Wonder where he could be. Wonder where Heat could be. Still talking about Jenna Angel. Well, that worked out well. And then how the hell are you going to register it? Nice. Get another blood ruby. I don't know, like Cielo and Gale were like the only really good names there. Did you ever name your child Heat or Surf in real life? No, you wouldn't. That'd be stupid. They get bullied. And here is the Karma Society Tower. A dungeon that... Well, this is the dungeon that made me realize I didn't like this game when I first played it. It goes on forever. The same set pieces are just... reused over and over again. And then, like, it's a bit of a difficulty jump, too. Like, not insane, but if you're trying to go through the game exactly like you went through Digital Devil Saga 1, you're gonna get your butt kicked. Also, the same if you're not level grinding. You need to be grinding at this point. Like, I'm getting through this area comfortably enough at level 16, so I say 16 should be fine to, get through this dungeon. You don't need to be much higher than that. It would help, but, you know, what would also help being level 99, you know? get shock bombs. Which, if none of you have a Zeo spell, I'd recommend saving for a couple of bosses a lot later in. Because this game, a ton of bosses are just so weak to Zeo. This is about where I realized that my mic was muted last time. There's a real kick in the peen. Like, what I was saying about it at this point in it was, I've already explained how I record everything. Hour-long recording sessions, the works. And humans are weak to guns. And we're humans. But so are they. It's one of the few things in the game that I know for sure are weak to guns. But I wanted Cielo to be transformed because I wanted... For sure, I wanted to be able to heal. This is the only part of the game where I really wanted Argilla's gun, because I believe her sniper rifle is the second most powerful gun-based weapon. And so the most powerful weapon... I'll tell you later. I just love the sideways gangster hold that Zerf shoots with during that. It's amazing. However, since they were human, we don't get any AP for it. I believe that's what the skill points are called. But yeah, this is just like a lot of what the dungeon is. You're just going to be going through a bunch of like office buildings that I don't really feel like a real office would be designed like. I'm having the worst luck with Berserk mode in this game, for this file. At least I'm having good luck retreating, even though we're just going to leave Cielo's corpse right there. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I'll see you guys next time.